Hi, and welcome to this week's broadcast. So we've got a special opportunity now. We were able to find Chance Sloan here, who's just an awesome individual who's working up at Philmont. He's one of Philmont's wonderful staff, and he's offered to talk to us a bit about Philmont, its opportunities and programs, and different things available through Philmont. So thank you for talking with us, Chance. Go ahead and why don't you tell us a bit about Philmont?
Yeah, thank you, Jason. It's no problem. So Philmont is the largest youth camp in the world. It is owned and operated by the Boy Scouts of America. Began in 1938, a donation by a gentleman named Wade Phillips. And since then, we've been in near continuous operation. Past few years with the Youth Park fire in 2018 and coronavirus in 2020, not so much. But aside from those two, continuous operation.
Nobody can blame you for those.
Hopefully not. Though both years they were the only high venture base to not open. But yeah, so currently some of the main things we offer is backpacking treks in the summertime. Those range from 12 days long to 9 days and 7 day long treks. And crews can cover anywhere from 50 to over 100 miles in distance. Highest peaks we offer access to are over 12,000 feet in elevation. I forget the exact height, but it's like 12,005, 12,006, something like that. So a good deal of walking uphill. If anyone's really wanting to get in shape, it's great. And yeah, while hiking around, crews will stay at one of two kinds of camps, usually. Those are trail camps and staff camps. The trail camps are just like you'd find in a national forest or park. You've got a fire ring, you've got bear cables to hang your food up in. You set up your tents, cook your food like you would on a normal backpacking trek, and just enjoy being in the mountains and just being out there. The staff camps are the really cool thing about Philmont and very unique in that you'll get to this camp, there'll be a cabin there with a handful of staff, and they will have program for you to do, which varies from camp to camp. Some of them are living history interpretive camps, and you'll show up there and it'll be the 1880s and they are miners, and you can get a tour of a mine and blacksmith some stuff in the forge and do all kinds of things, or 1910 loggers, and you can climb a spar pole, which I haven't really done outside of Philmont. I think I did it once at a NOAC. So that's something you don't do that often. A lot of the camps have got evening campfire shows, which are pretty cool. A lot of our staff are good musicians. I am not one of them. If you show up here, you will not hear me in an evening campfire show. But yeah, they put on a great performance with songs and all kinds of different things. And yeah, you just backpack around, going to these different types of camps, climbing mountains, and just have an awesome time up in the mountains.
Yeah. Sweet. No, that sounds pretty phenomenal. I know I'm not a great singer either, so don't worry about that. But well, so is backpacking the only thing that is like available during the summer, or what can you do any other forms or anything else that's at Philmont?
Yeah, so along with the backpacking treks, we also offer cavalcades. Those are 8 day long horseback riding trips. So in those, your crew will show up here. You'll be given some of our ranching staff to kind of go with you to make sure everyone lays riding properly, takes care of the horses, and you'll do your entire trek from horseback. So you'll still be at those different camps. You'll still be going to those tops of mountains and everything. It's just while all those other folks are having to hike it on their legs, you can be on an animal carrying you.
Nice.
Yep. I haven't done that much with the horses. I've only done a little bit, but I've heard amazing things from everyone who has gone on those trips. They've all raved about how good they are and how fun they are. And from what I've been told, you get a lot better at horse riding in case anyone wants to improve their skills.
I
imagine. Oh yeah. Yeah, those are some of the bulk of our summer programs, and then for all those, you need to get a crew together. So that would be people from your unit or various units that come together. We also offer individual treks, which is what I did a lot of as a scout. Those you go online, you sign up by yourself. You can go by yourself, or you can drag a few of your friends along. I did an individual trek at the Northern Tier Base. I took my best friend with me my second time because it was awesome. And they are longer and cheaper than the normal treks. You also get to do cool things that normal treks don't get to do. So we offer our Rayado trek. That's one of our more popular ones. It is 20 days long.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Their motto for that program is expect the unexpected. I've gone through it. That was very accurate. Part of that program, I can't really say what to expect because then it would be unexpected. But it is an amazing time. Go through the mountains. You get to see a lot, learn a lot. You really challenge yourself. And you grow a lot as a person. We then have the Ranch Hands program that is 16 days long. So you spend 8 days helping the ranch department with their herds of horses and cattle and everything. And then you get to go on your own cavalcade trip. So it's just like cavalcade, only with more ranching in it.
I mean, that's still pretty cool. You can experience kind of what that lifestyle and that kind of activity is like.
Oh yeah, it kind of shows you that part of what being on staff is like if anyone is interested in applying to work as in the ranch department here. Then I work in the conservation department and we offer the largest amount of treks. We have Order of the Year Trail Crew, which is just for OA members. It's also on the cheaper end. That one costs $225 for 2 weeks, 14 days. The first week is spent building brand new trail. They're currently building one to our second highest peak on property, Mount Phillips.
Wow.
Yep. And then after a week of building trail, and while you're building that trail, it is fun work. Like no one leaves hating the program. If that happened, we wouldn't do it. But a really nice thing is while you're backpacking, you don't want to carry really heavy food because that's heavy. While you're at that camp building trail, you eat good food. You eat normal things. So that's really nice. But yeah, you do a building trail and you are supervised by staff. They teach you how to do everything. And then you get to go on a trek that you get to help design. The crew gets to kind of say what they want to do, where they want to go. So those treks usually end up being a bit longer. You're already acclimated to the elevation. And you get to do really cool, fun, secretive OA things that anyone who's in the OA can understand. I can't tell you about, but it is really cool and really fun. And then similar to that, we have our Trail Crew Trek. That is near identical, except it is just for anyone who wants to go. You don't have to be in the OA. Same price, $325, same time period, 2 weeks. They're building a different trail up to a different mountain peak. And while the OA focuses a lot on OA principles, Trail Crew Trek focuses on project management skills, leadership skills, and kind of understanding the natural world around you a bit more. So they kind of focus on that side. If anyone is really into science, technology, engineering, or mathematics, we have our STEM Trek. Those are 12 days long. A bit more on the expensive side. They're just over $1,000, but you get to learn all about the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics that goes into things. I don't know enough of what they go over. I really need to learn more about that one, but it's a lot of things that I don't know. So ballistics at shooting camps, at rock climbing camps, you'll learn all about how fast you're going to fall, how much you're going to accelerate, and how much pressure is going to be on the rope when it catches you. Cool things like that. And then the longest trek Philmont has, it is just $500 something. It is 21 days. You get to hike all around Philmont, the areas we get to use. You get to learn all about how everything works together. So how the forests and the meadows interact, how we graze, how all the different wildlife are there, why certain areas look the way they do. Everyone who's gone on it has loved it. I have not heard one person say a negative thing. It is great. They gave it the worst name ever, which is hard to market. So please keep an open mind when I tell you this. It is our Roving Outdoor Conservation School, or ROCS. Do not let school dissuade you. I promise it's a cool trek. People love it. School is the worst name they could have chosen. But it is a fun time. It truly is mind-blowing for so many people to go on. So we offer that in the summer as well. And again, anyone can sign up. You just go online on the website. And that's a lot of the high venture stuff we offer. We then have the training center across the street for conferences that people can take.
Well, nice. Well, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I think it's best just to go with the acronym ROCS, because I mean, that's kind of, I think that sounds pretty cool by itself. So
yeah, it's a great acronym. The school part is just the only problem.
Well, people do get a little worried about that. They get burnt out from all their school seasons and, non-summer. But I'm with you.
Mhm.
I think they shouldn't let that dissuade them because I've always heard great things about ROCS. I've heard everything, great things about all those programs. Rayado, just heard people rave about. It's one of those ones that I've always been kind of sad I never took part in when I was able to go through. But
Yeah, and the nice thing kind of about those special treks is that all of them go until you turn 21, so you can be 18, 19, 20 years old and still sign up online to go on them, which is good for some. Doesn't help myself or you at all, as we're kind of above that age limit, but if you just missed it slightly, if you're just over 18, it can be nice.
it's true. It's true.
Mhm.
Well, awesome. Are there, for folks who might need some help coming up, are there scholarship opportunities or anything that they can apply for through Philmont to help them out with that?
Yeah, all of our special treks have got scholarships available. Philmont offers scholarships for all of their programs. I know the Order of the Air offers scholarships for their OA High Adventure programs. The nice thing about the Philmont scholarships, especially for things like ROCS, is that I currently have this minor issue. We have a lot of this money we're trying to give away, but we don't have that many applicants. So while I can't guarantee anyone who's watching this will get one, I can really, really say your odds are great that you're going to get one. So you can show up here for like 3 weeks for nothing or near nothing beyond the cost of getting here. And then we can outfit you for a backpack for like $10 for the whole time. All the cooking gear, bear ropes, tents, pretty much all you need is like personal gear, like clothes. So, I mean, my first trek here, I showed up with very, very minimal gear and acquired stuff on site.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, that's perfect. Well, no one, I mean, definitely being able to have it, being able to financially be covered and then also be outfitted for relatively low cost. I mean, that's perfect, especially in times like this where everybody's coming out of COVID. So that'll be a huge help.
Oh, yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, what about like I've heard about, these autumn adventures and winter adventures. So what are those about?
So, Autumn and Winter Adventure are the programs someone operates in the, as it implies, autumn and winter. Autumn Adventure goes from September into November. Crews can show up here and they fully design their itineraries. So they work with a guide they're given from the base, and the flexibility is pretty incredible. You can base camp at somewhere for 4 days, get in cars, drive all the way across the ranch, and base camp there for a couple of days. Or you can do a 50-mile kind of normal backpacking trip. You can decide where you go, when you go there, what you do. However long you want to be here is up to you. It can be 2 days, it can be 7 days. You can fully decide that. And they can be crews of all adults. So if you've got a bunch of friends and you're all over the age of 21, no problem. You can still show up and do whatever for as long as you want to be here. So yeah,
As long as we
that's
can afford to pay, huh?
yeah. Once you can't afford it anymore, that might cause an issue. As
Well,
long
fair.
as you can.
Well,
So yeah, that's pretty nice. And Philmont's very gorgeous in the fall. All the leaves are changing colors. The wildlife's a lot more visible, and you've basically got the ranch to yourself, aside from a few staff working out there and maybe one or two other crews. The backcountry's yours, so you're not going to see too many other people. And then our winter adventure program that takes place from the New Year's weekend on through until the end of March. Just like the fall, crews can show up for as long as they can pay, and do a. We have a lot of different programs for the winter, and prices vary kind of on what you want to sign up for. One of the more popular ones we offer, you can use Philmont as a base camp, and we will drive you to and from some ski resorts nearby.
ooh.
Oh yeah, I forgot the exact deal, but I know we get like some discount at those resorts, so it could just be worth it for the cheapness of that. Um, it's quite popular. Other crews who actually want to go on a more backcountry winter wilderness adventure, they get to go out and they learn about snow shelter building, winter first aid, search and rescue, rock climbing, snowshoeing, cross country skiing. We have an ice fishing program. They can stay in our backcountry cabins that are heated and just kind of have fun near a heated cabin in the mountains. So plenty of fun opportunities there. In March, we offer our winter treks, which are 7 days long. And again, you can design anything about them, but you get to go on a full like 50-mile trek out here in March, seeing very few people backpacking. So always things going on. Should anyone be interested this autumn, we also offer volunteer vacation to adults. If you're over 18, you can show up for a week of trail building.
Nice. Okay. Is that free then for the volunteer vacation, or?
Luckily, we're the Boy Scouts, so you get to pay us to volunteer.
A good opportunity, always.
Oh yeah, we have two of our main volunteer programs, one in the fall, one in the winter. In the fall, we have volunteer vacation, which I just mentioned, that's the trail building one. And then in the winter, we offer Phil Break. That one is, I think we charge like $100 or so for the week.
That's not bad.
And yeah, and you help the forestry program. So I mentioned the park fire earlier. We're doing a lot of fuel reduction for that. And when Phil Break happens, we have a lot of volunteers come out there to help our forestry crews. And having staffed that for the past 3 winters, I can assure you the help is greatly appreciated. Our speed increases 150% with volunteers, if not more. I mean, it is a huge help.
Nice.
Just another way to come out here in the winter time.
Well, it's always fun to come up there. And I mean, I've always enjoyed seeing it. You guys have some really awesome stuff, even just passing through. I mean, you've got a whole bunch of museums, right? The Kit Carson Museum, the National Scouting Museum now, and the Villa Philmont, that's technically a museum, right?
Yep, the Villa Philmont is a museum. So it's the villa that Wade Phillips gave us in 1941 with his second donation. We have that as a museum. People can get a tour through and kind of learn about that area and everything in there. As you mentioned, the National Scouting Museum, that opened up in 2018 here. And then we also offer a tour of the historic Chase Ranch House. Chase Ranch is a neighboring property Philmont uses. Very historic ranch. They've done a lot of things in New Mexico and the American Southwest. So you get to kind of learn about what their impact was, how they did things. A lot of stuff kind of in there is historic antiques. So yeah, we operate that as a museum as well.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. Well, I know, so talking about the Villa Philmont, that's part of the Philmont Training Center, and you kind of mentioned that. I know, and we talked earlier, so everybody who doesn't know, Chance is actually a good friend of mine. We've been talking a lot, but you had mentioned they've got lots of different changing programs all the time. And I know, so you may not have the exact list of what's going on there now, but perhaps mention some of the things that they've done in the past and why it'd be a cool thing for folks at home to check out, regardless of, if they're Cub or however.
Yeah, so when Wade Phillips gave Philmont to the Boy Scouts of America, one of his goals was that it could be used as a training center for adults. That formally started in 1950 when the training center opened. And since then, it has expanded continuously to get more people there and offer more trainings. And what those trainings are, they're 1 week long conferences. You can show up and they bring in faculty to help teach those. So they bring in various experts in whatever it is you're taking. It's not just generic Philmont staff. And topics range week to week, what classes they offer, but it runs the gauntlet of different things. Odds are, if you can imagine pretty much any aspect of scouting, they have got a week-long conference for that. You can take, and you'll get information, not just from the faculty, but also anyone else in there. I'm seeing a banner currently for some of the conferences that are offered. And yeah, I mean, they're incredible. I've taken 2 conferences so far. Both of them were really, really well done. I left very inspired, wanting to go back to my council and do things. Everyone who was involved in the courses I took felt the same way. People have had amazing times. And while you show up there, you're housed in a very nice wall tent that's got electricity to it. We got great facilities, really good food you get to have in one of the dining halls. And any family you bring along, spouse, children, these conferences are designed generally for people who are over 18. We have programs that they can be doing during the day, so they're not just going to be hanging around bored. If there is an age, naturally, a 3-year-old will do something different than a 30 or 40-year-old spouse. But I've also heard amazing things about those, and those activities range from games and fun activities kind of around the Philmont Training Center area to week-long treks that older teenagers can do, or overnight hikes for some of the younger teenagers out there, visiting some of the different camps that Philmont offers, riding on horseback in areas, visiting our shooting ranges we have on base. all kinds of different things that they can do to have a fun time while they're out here.
Well, awesome. Well, that sounds pretty phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. I mean, everybody, Philmont is such a legend. I mean, everybody just knows about it. And we definitely recommend people. Thank you for clarifying some of that. Because, I mean, I think people always know about the main treks, but they don't always know about all the other opportunities. I mean, you guys have just such a wide variety of wonderful things that people can do.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks for clarifying a lot of that. And I don't know, do you have anything else that you think our viewers should know about Philmont?
Well, one thing I forgot to mention with the Training Center, we offer the NAYLE and Philmont Leadership Challenge programs. Those are both week-long trainings in leadership. So NAYLE is meant to be done after NYLT to kind of hone those leadership skills and make people more servant leaders. So they can go back and be better leaders in life in their units, potentially improve their NYLT courses if they're on staff. And the Philmont Leadership Challenge is similar to that, but for adults. So it is for after you've gone through Wood Badge, you can go there for a week, learn some more advanced leadership skills, become better servant leaders, and then be better leaders in life, in scouting, and potentially go back and help improve Wood Badge courses. So a lot of people have gone through those, and a lot of people have been inspired and moved by those and grown a lot. The staff for them, much like everything in the Training Center, is volunteer faculty. So they've gone through those trainings, they had an amazing time, and they're coming back and staffing those same trainings. So people really enjoy them. Yeah, other than that, I mean, Philmont there's really nothing like it in scouting or the world. I have no life. I look up a lot of stuff on scouting. I have found one location that is similar and a lot smaller than Philmont. And that's in Virginia, if anyone happens to go there. I can't stress it is but also a lot smaller. So aside from that one similar place, nothing compares to the amount of land that's available, the camps and the programs that are offered there, and just it's having a fun time backpacking. I mean, what's not to like?
Oh yeah. With all the wonderful programs you guys offer, and the views are just phenomenal always. And yeah, I've never found any place that's like Philmont in all my travels. So
oh yeah, I mean, you can pretty much get a postcard view every 20 feet you walk.
for sure. Well, thanks. Yeah. Anything else the viewers should know?
I'm sure I'll think of something in like 10 minutes, but as of right now, our individual treks never fill up. So you can decide even at summertime that you want to come out here. Go online, give Philmont a call. Odds are there is an individual trek that you can do that will have openings. We don't know why we can't fill them up. We charge you less, you stay here longer, and you do cooler things than normal cruise. But for some reason, we can't fill them up. Everyone loves them too. Again, they're not bad. If they were bad, we'd stop. So even if it's in August, go online, take a look, see what's available. We will do our best to get you out here.
Well, no worries. Yeah, hopefully we can get some of these folks to sign up. Hopefully we'll get a lot of folks going your way this summer. I know everybody's just really excited about getting opportunities to leave the house. I mean, after being cooped up for over a year, everybody just wants to get out and do things. So hopefully this will give them the chance.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, Chance, and thanks for telling us more about Philmont. Hopefully we'll send some folks your way, and I'll be talking to you later, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for asking me to talk.
No worries. We'll see you then.
See you.
Okay, now we've waited a few seconds. That should give us time.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. No, that worked out well. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
So
The end, and I think you, yeah, that's right. You should, yeah, I think you stay on when I hit end. Find out.